Greetings, this is Charles McCall again, and we're looking at lesson number 3 in a mini-series on leadership is making others great. And so the foundational premise that we're building on here is that we believe that you have great potential to become a great leader, at least at one level. And we believe that there are those that are all around you that also have potential. And the important thing is you cannot go it alone. To rise to the next level of leadership, you need others around you. You need informal teams and you need formal teams. And so we're talking about how to build a good, solid, supportive team that will all grow together to the next level. Key. They're not just pushing you up and now they're way down and you're way up. But no, you're growing together. They're pushing you up and you're bringing them up, and the whole corporation, the whole entity grows to a new level. And so lesson number 3 here, we're going to be looking at 8 keys to make others great and build a great team. 8 keys to make others great and build a great team. Key number 1 is get to know the people around you. I watched a movie recently. It's called The Two Popes, and based on a true story. And so one pope was the current pope, and he was very dogmatic and very strong in Catholic doctrine and very reclusive. And there was another pope from Argentina, and he was a little more liberal with the doctrine of the Catholic Church and very people-oriented. And so they became friends, and the current pope kind of started looking to the Argentinian pope for some advice. And I won't give away the plot to you, the full story, but they were riding in a car one time, and the current pope said, "What makes people like you?" And he says, "Well, I just try to be myself. Just try to be myself around them." The current pope said, "When I try to be myself, people don't like me." One of the observations that the Argentinian pope made about the current pope, he said, "You know, you always eat alone. I came to visit you in your residence. You ate in one room, and I ate in another room. You ate by yourself, I ate by myself." He said, "I never eat alone. I'm always around people." And he said, that will help you if you get to know the people that you're working with. I'm a very focused person. I can walk through a room and I'm always thinking, I'm always planning, strategizing, and I can overlook people. But I realized that a long, long time ago. I can't do that. I can't overlook people. I've got to stop, be friendly, and slow down a little bit, and especially get to know who they are. I was a pastor and a church planter for many years. I traveled all over the country of Cambodia, every province, near and far. And we had, at that time, we had over 300 churches all over the country. And I would stop and I would visit the pastors. One of the pastors told me one time, he said, "Pastor, do you know why we love you so much?" I said, "No, why?" He said, "Because you always ask about our families." Really? I'm not the smartest cookie in the box, but the light came on. Okay, I did that out of my nature, out of my genuine concern for them, but now I'm going to make sure that I don't overlook it when I visit them. Get to know the dreams of those around you. Get to know the pains, the difficulties, the hopes. Get to know their families. Ask for pictures and spend time with them. And so the first key, if you want to raise up a great team to stand with you and the whole entity rise to a new level, get to know the people around you. And secondly, help them realize what they want to accomplish. You know what? I've experienced many people, many people, they don't even know what they want to accomplish. What do you want to do in the next 5 years? You know, deer in the headlight look. I don't know. Haven't really thought about it. What do you want to do in the next 1 year? Well, I don't know. I haven't really thought about that either. You know, just make enough money and survive. You and I are leaders. You're watching this because you're a leader, you're a growing leader, and we need to sow hope and destiny into the lives of others. And we can do that. We can dig those gems out by just asking questions. Well, what do you love to do? What would you like to be doing? If money were not an object, if time and resources and all that were not an object, what would you really like to be doing? Then you start digging into their heart and help them realize what their calling in life might be, how they might be able to make a difference in life. And then thirdly, the third key is we need to help them realize what they need to do to become the right person to accomplish their task or dream. And so first, we want to get to know them. Secondly, we want to help them realize what they want to accomplish. And third, we need to help them realize what they need to do to become that kind of person to accomplish what they want to accomplish. And so we can share with them. You know, I am not vast in knowledge, but nowadays it is so easy because we have the internet. All we have to do is type in a question and we have an answer there. I do it all the time. I have people ask me questions all the time that I don't have an answer to. And so I just Google it, I type it into the internet, and I came up, and they think I'm smarter than I actually am. And I grow in knowledge and experience as well. And so we can help them discover the skills that they need, the experience they need, any adjustments in their personality. This takes time, but I'm just telling you, my experience is very worthwhile. The fourth thing that we can do is to give them a clear goal. Help them establish goals. Most people don't establish goals, worthwhile goals, passionate goals. Help them to establish a clear goal. Help them to establish a SMART goal, a goal that is specific, a goal that is measurable, that is attainable, that is realistic, and that is time-oriented. And hold them accountable to that. Let's look for 2 goals. One goal to move you toward what you want to do. Read this book. In the next 3 months, I want you to read this book. I want you to read this article or view this video, a series of videos or whatever it may be online. And you give them a small one, you give them another small one, and teach them how to establish goals and hold them accountable for it. Fifthly, give them a clear job description. If they're working with you, even if they're a volunteer, they need a simple job description on what is expected and who they report to. Time frame, the expected results, and who they report to. And so you give them a clear job description, and then you have to review it. Now, all of this takes time. And honestly, I'm the kind of person, I like to create things. I don't necessarily like to follow up with them. But I have to, and we're leaders, and so we have to do the things that are necessary to fulfill our role and calling as a leader. So we give them a clear, simple job description on what we want them to do for this task or for this role, whether it's volunteer or whether it's paid. And then, number 6, we need to give them the resources to do their job. I've been around, honestly, nonprofit organizations for a long time, and they're great at calling people in and asking them to do something, not giving them a job description, and not giving them the resources to do it. It's sad. I've been around people who have really been hurt, really disappointed. They've come to me and said, Charles, I don't know what to do. This guy told me to do this. He didn't give me any direction. I don't have any resources. I need money. I need this, that, and the other thing. And so look, my friend, this is leadership. That you provide the job, you provide the goal for them, or help work together on a goal, provide the job description, provide the resources that they need. They may need another person, they may need helpers, they may need material resources, or financial resources, or human resources. And number 7, we need to affirm them and reward them. And so it's important that our helpers, our volunteers, our staff, it's important that they hear our words. They see it in our eyes, our smile when we look at them, and they hear our words and we say, thank you so much for doing a great job on this. Thank you so much for doing your best. Thank you so much we should be speaking those words continually. They're like, most of us, this is like life to us. It's like energy. Most of us will do anything for a compliment. Most of us will go the extra mile for a compliment if we know that we're appreciated. And so that really needs to be a part of your character as a leader. And number 8, we need to evaluate them and we need to guide them. And so we give them a task, we move them forward, we move them toward it, we give them resources, but then we need to evaluate them from time to time. Come on, all of us have smartphones. All of us have calendars on our smartphone and reminders. Put a reminder in there, meet with so-and-so 2 months from now on this date, at this time, and review with them and evaluate how they're doing, see how they feel about it, see how we feel about it, make any adjustments that are necessary. So again, I want to review again 8 keys to make others great and to build great teams. Number 1, get to know the people around you. Number 2, help them realize what they want to accomplish. Number 3, help them realize what they need to do to become the kind of person to accomplish what they want to accomplish. Number 4, give them a clear goal. Number 5, give them a clear job description. Number 6, give them resources to do their job. Number 7, affirm them and reward them. Number 8, evaluate and guide them. I hope this has been helpful to you. This is my life. I'm sharing my life with you. I think I've been a relatively successful leader over the past 35 or 40 years that I've been involved in leadership. I've had people tell me that. I have a lot of people that appreciate me and love me, and so I'm trying to share the things that have been foundational and fundamental to me. I'd like to say I've been successful every time. There's probably people watching this video and say, hey, you didn't do that to me. Well, thank you for your forgiveness. But these are keys that come from my life. I want to share them with you so that you can rise to a new level of leadership, and so that you understand the importance of gathering your team and building your team so that they too can rise to a new level of leadership, and your whole entity can rise to a new level of success. So I want to thank you again. Please subscribe to this channel and click the bell button and share this link with others that you think it would be beneficial to, and encourage them to do the same thing. Thank you so much.